From New Hanover County Schools Television, three-time Blue Ribbon winner for the North Carolina Schools Public Relations Association for Outstanding Electronic Media, this is your school news.
Welcome to your school news for the week of March 14th through the 20th of 2016. I'm Alexander Ellsworth.
And I'm Alexei Mazhuyev. Topping our newscast this week, school system hosts 2016 legislative luncheon, Trask Middle School students perform The Lion King, and Read Across America Week is celebrated.
Topping our newscast this week is the 2016 legislative luncheon. The New Hanover County Board of Education and New Hanover County Schools Superintendent Dr. Tim Markley hosted the luncheon for state and local elected officials. YSN reporter Bobby Blue has the details.
For the fifth year, New Hanover County Schools held its annual legislative luncheon. The event provides the superintendents and members of the school system a chance to speak one-on-one about their concerns with many of our state and local representatives.
It's important for our elected officials to sit down and talk to the folks who are in the schools every day so they've got an idea of what is happening. These are the folks who make decisions about what happens. And so an event like this helps break down some of those barriers.
On hand at this year's event were Representatives Ted Davis and Susie Hamilton, County Commissioners Jonathan Barfield, Beth Dawson, and Rod Zappel, as well as other area law enforcement and community leaders. New Hanover County Schools Teacher of the Year, Katie Snyder, shared ways she felt legislators could support educators. In a passionate speech, she talked about the negative attitudes the public has begun to express toward teachers and public education. She focused on a real need to change the message to one of positive enforcement about teaching and schools. Dr. Markley thanked the county commissioners for their support of public education and the recent support of the education bond. He also thanked legislators for funding teachers' salary increases and continuing to fund drivers' education. He did ask for more flexibility in the school calendars. Dr. Markley opened the floor to the visiting legislators. Both Representatives Davis and Hamilton told the gathering they would both do everything in their power to help K-12 education in New Hanover County.
Well, we learn a whole lot about what the needs are within our own school systems at our local level. So it makes a huge difference when people are so forthcoming about what their expectations are of the legislature. And the timing of the event is perfect as well because we're getting ready to go back into the short session in a month. So this is really the perfect time for these conversations to take place, and they're wildly successful and helpful to us, I think.
Board of Education Chairman Don Hayes closed the meeting by telling the gathering that this event has provided some of the most positive feedback and partnership between the school system and its locally elected officials. Reporting for Your School News, this is Bobby Blue.
The North Carolina Department of Public Instruction released their Consolidated School Crime Data Report for the 2014-2015 school year. New Hanover County Schools dropout rate decreased slightly from last year from 2.8% to 2.82%, while at the same time the state's overall rate went up. Superintendent of Schools Tim Markley noted that the school system still has room for improvement, but is headed in the right direction. The proposed CTE high school, he stated, is just one system dropout prevention strategies that will give students more options and opportunities for success.
Disney's The Lion King has captivated the imagination of audiences around the world, and this week everyone has a chance to see this one-of-a-kind musical at Trask Middle. The African savannah comes to life in the school cafeteria as Simba, Rafiki, and an unforgettable cast of characters journey from Pride Rock to the jungle and back again. Your School News reporter Penny Periwinkle caught up with the production last week during rehearsals and filed this report.
The Lion King is an exciting, fun, one-hour adaptation of the now famous movie and showcases the strengths and skill level of Trask's outstanding singers and actors. Just like the movie, the production opens with Rafiki gathering the animals of the Pride Lands to welcome the newborn cub of King Mufasa. The story evolves as the cub Simba is tricked and manipulated by his uncle Scar after his father is killed in a stampede. Trask Middle School's production features all of the amazing music of the movie, and students during rehearsal were belting out the songs with great form and professionalism. Two of the real clowns of the show were the actors playing Timon and Pumbaa, who befriend Simba and help him to grow into a brave lion.
Hakuna Hakuna Matata. Ain't no passing praise. It means no worries for the rest of the days. It's our problem-free philosophy. Hakuna Matata.
Although the stage area during rehearsal didn't show it, the production will showcase some unbelievable set pieces that will give everyone the feeling of being on the African savannah. Also in store for those in attendance will be some amazing costumes.
Well, for the dancers, they're asked to dress in black so that certain things can add on depending on the song that is playing. For instance, grasslands, they will be wearing grass on their heads or somewhere else. And a lot of the characters try to incorporate their animal along with the African background that the Lion King is in.
Everything about Trask's production is really going to be larger than life. The ensemble production has students playing different parts, from animals to the grassland and the jungle background. It's a great time for these young student actors.
I am Zazu. I am like a teacher to Nala and Simba. I am trying to lead them to greater hopes, pretty much.
People should come see this play because it's fun. It's going to turn out really good, and because we put a lot of work into it.
Everyone should plan to see Trask's hard work come to life on stage this week. From acting and design to creativity and collaboration, The Lion King showcases this middle school's awesome talent base. Reporting for your school news, this is Penny Periwinkle.
Dr. Seuss books have stood the test of time. For generations, his books have taken rhythm and rhyme to new heights to tell outrageous and humorous stories. His legacy was celebrated at Wrightsboro Elementary School with a student and staff parade. Kids used their imagination to create ways to highlight the different characters and storylines that made Dr. Seuss books so original and captivating. Sprinkled into the parade were dozens of characters from the books the students have been reading during the school year. Sport figures, presidents, and action heroes all made an appearance in the parade celebrating the beloved children's author Dr. Seuss. The parade looped around the school campus and everyone got a chance to see their fellow classmates in a full costume. The whimsical author would have been 112 years old and proud to see that his works are still relevant as ever, resonating with children and adults of all ages. Many of his books are classic marking milestones of their readers. In fact, 1 in 4 American children receive a Seuss work as his or her first book.
Like many schools in our system, Johnson Pre-K Center had a week of special events to celebrate Read Across America Week. After doing fun things like reading and eating green eggs and ham, and dressing silly on Wacky Wednesday, the week culminated with a very special event on Friday. Each class had their own special reader come in to read a Dr. Seuss book and talk about their role in the community. The sheriffs had a large group of officers attend, as several of them have students at that school. Sheriff McMahon was also in attendance and read "I Am Not Going to Get Up Today" to a class. Sheriff McMahon and several students agreed with the book and said they didn't want to get out of bed in the morning. Many other deputies had a similar enjoyable time reading to classes throughout the school. In addition to the Sheriff's Department members, there were many other community members on hand, including a nurse, a sergeant in the U.S. Army, and NHCS Central Office staff. The guest readers helped the young students learn that reading really is for everyone, and it was a special time for Johnson Pre-K and the participating community members.
Finally, the New Hanover County Board of Education approved the appointment of 4 new administrators for the school system. Alan O'Brien has been appointed as the Director of Secondary Education for the NHCS Instructional Services Division. Mr. Bryant will finish out the 15-16 academic school year at Laney High School. The district will begin the search for a new principal to lead the school. Leigh Ann Lampley has been appointed as principal for the new international school at Gregory. Leigh Ann Lampley is currently the principal of West End Elementary, a Spanish dual immersion school. Diego Lihaki has been appointed as principal for Sunset Park Elementary School. Mr. Lihaki is currently servicing as the principal of Penderley School in Pender County. And Julie Moore has been appointed as the Risk Management Supervisor for the Student Support Service Division. Ms. Moore is currently serving as a Workers' Compensation Benefit Specialist with NHCS.
Now, when your school news continues, we have an exciting lunch menu forecast.
Plus, coming up in 60 seconds, we'll have reports on Azalea Festival Children's Art Contest Award Ceremony is held, Finance Division awarded the Certificate of Achievement, and Hoggard High School hosts a Friday focus on the importance of role models.
This is Your School News on cable and online. Look for our blue logo for all the latest news online at www.nhcs.net. Please friend NHCS TV on Facebook and follow us on Twitter. Don't go away, we'll be right back.
Avast, landlubbers! The band of pirates be making their way to the stage in the swashbuckling tale, Pirates 2, The Hidden Treasure. Aye, ye would be a scallywag to miss this musical adventure. The pirates hit the stage April 12th at 7 o'clock p.m. at Parsley Elementary School. Be there or walk the plank.
Hello there, it is your old pal Grover. Meet my new friends.
Madison, Isaac, Alexa, Romeo, Amanda,
They have last names too.
Vigo, Shane, Lopez, Rodriguez, Warner.
Everybody has a first and last name, even mommies and daddies. Do you know yours? Do you know your mommies and daddies? If you do not, go find out.
Know your whole name so grown-ups can help you in an emergency. Learn more at ready.gov/sesame.
Welcome back to Your School News. Carolina Beach Elementary recently held the Azalea Festival Children's Art Contest Award Ceremony in their media center. They received the hosting honor when one of their students won the contest. YSN reporter Kathy Kale was on hand and has all the details.
It was a festive day at Carolina Beach Elementary when the Azalea Festival Children's Art Contest Committee arrived to hold their annual award ceremony. Community members, parents, administrators, and award winners from across the county were all on hand to celebrate and honor two amazing students. The art contest is a wonderful event that allows elementary and middle school students to become a part of the Azalea Festival while nourishing their creativity. This year, the elementary division of the art contest boasted 804 entries, with first place winner going to Carolina Beach's own Alejandra Torres, a fourth grader in Miss Connor's art class. She was honored and received several gifts for her work titled Southern Girls.
I heard a bunch of people talking about it. I was like, I didn't know they had that. And after that, I was like, I want to be in this. So then we started working on it and stuff, and then we went to enter it.
There were 92 entries in the middle school division, and taking first place was Audrey Mace, a 7th grade student in Miss Cap's class at Roland Grice. She was also honored and received several gifts for her work titled In Bloom.
Well, I really like the Azalea Festival, and I like the flowers and stuff. And then I know a big important part of it is the bells and stuff. And I kind of noticed how they try to work in similarities between the bells and the flowers. So I drew that.
All of the Azalea Festival Children's Art Contest winners' work, as well as other top finishers' work, will be on display in an art exhibit at the Community Arts Building located on the corner of 2nd and Orange Street. Reporting for Your School News, this is Kathy Kale.
The New Hanover County Board of Education is accepting letters of interest and resumes for a vacancy in one of the 4 positions appointed by the Board of Education to serve on the Cape Fear Community College Board of Trustees. The term of office is 4 years. Regular meetings are held on the 4th Thursday of every other month at 4 p.m. in the boardroom at Cape Fear Community College. Interested applicants should submit a letter of interest and a resume. The deadline to submit the required documentation is Tuesday, April 5th, 2016. Please include in your letter of interest the reasons why you aspire to be appointed and the skills you will bring to the office.
New Hanover County School Finance Division, led by Chief Financial Officer Mary Hazel Small, has been awarded the Certificate of Achievement for Excellence in Financial Reporting by the Government Finance Officer Association of the United States and Canada for its comprehensive annual financial report. The Certificate of Achievement is the highest form of recognition in the area of governmental accounting and financial reporting, and its attainment represents a significant accomplishment by a government and its management.
Role models are highly important elements in the life of today's teens. They look to their role models for inspiration and use their life choices as a blueprint for how they should behave. As part of Hoggard's CTE Friday focus, the school welcomed guest speakers Chris Ledbetter, an African-American young adult fiction author, and Pastor Jermaine Armour from St. Luke AME Zion. Both men talked about their lives and how they struggled to achieve their own goals. They talked about their own role models and how important it was for them to have good role models as teens and adults for them to imitate. Both men told the students that choosing a role model for themselves is important, and that role models should have good morals and don't indulge in self-destructive behavior. A good role model should be someone hardworking, creative, free-thinking, and moral. Both men answered questions about their own life choices, career decisions, and hopes for today's youth.
Now, don't go away. Coming up, music, dance, storytelling, and more highlight Ogden Elementary Arts Week.
Plus, we have a look at education across the nation in our Education Index and what's on tap for lunch with the Lunch Bill of Fare.
Your school news will continue right after the break.
They'll test you. Try to break your will. But however loud the loudness gets, however many cheese puffs may fly, you're the driver, the one in control. Stand firm. Just wait. And move only when you hear the click that says they're buckled in for the drive. Never give up till they buckle up.
This is one amazing truffula tree. Can you imagine a place where these grow everywhere? Yes, it's called the Forest, a magical place to enjoy with your family. Ooh. So discover the forest and explore all the wonder that's there. Visit discovertheforest.org to find a forest near you.
Welcome back to your school news. It's time for our Education Index, a look around the nation and the world at some of the top stories in education. Topping the index, South Dakota Governor Dennis Daugaard vetoed legislation earlier this month that would have created the first state law defining which bathrooms and locker rooms transgender students should be allowed to use. In making his decision, the governor said the bill did not address a pressing concern in South Dakota school districts and could spark lawsuits from civil rights activists. On the other side of the debate are 16 state legislatures, from Kansas to Pennsylvania, now considering bills to prevent discrimination based on both sexual orientation and gender identity. In 17 states, such laws already exist. These new bills allow first-of-their-kind sanctions from the U.S. Department of Education. Reading ability isn't necessarily a prerequisite for logical thinking. That's why Grant Hosford, CEO and co-founder of CodeSpark, a Pasadena-based startup developing computer science games for kids, has created a new app where reading doesn't get in the way. And without barriers, Hosford is now teaching coding to kids as young as 5. The company's newest app is called The Foos, and the game has ballooned in popularity with school-age downloaders. It is now the #1 kids app in 19 countries and the winner of countless high-level awards. At the root, The Foos uses structured missions to teach kids how to play a game and lead them into free play areas where they can put their new problem-solving knowledge to use, coupled, of course, with their imagination. And all along the way, kids learn key computer science and programming concepts, while getting the chance to solve problems through creating their own games, stories, and characters. Finally, technology can easily be overhyped as a game changer, but for students of Spartanburg, South Carolina, it's an apt claim. A large investment by the district in education hardware and software, and a committed administration determined to integrate technology into the daily routines of both students and educators, is elevating outcomes for children who struggle with disabilities and other challenges. Spartanburg's District 7 is part of the League of Innovative Schools, a coalition of superintendents committed to elevating technology in the classrooms of 3.2 million kids nationwide. And that's this week's Education Index, a quick look at some of the interesting education stories from around the nation and the world. Now, don't go away. We'll be right back with the Lunch Bill of Fare. This is your school news on cable and online. Look for our blue logo for all the latest news online at www.nhcs.net. Also, check out NHCS TV on Facebook and Twitter.
Hey, it's Ava and this is Tess from Do Your Selfie, where we recreate the hottest looks from today's biggest music videos.
After cleaning out our closet, we have a lot of clothes we don't wear anymore.
Like this old pile of t-shirts.
It's not garbage, it's actually a new rug.
And to make it, all you need to do is cut, tie, and glue.
Cut the t-shirt into strips.
Tie the strips into knots.
And glue the knots to the bath mat. I love it. Give your garbage another life.
And recycle.
So, Malcolm, you do know that energy savers last 6 times longer than ordinary light bulbs.
This isn't my room. It's Baron Davis's.
Baron Davis, the basketball player? This is his room?
Yep.
Interesting, because we have Baron Davis right here. Baron, do you live here?
No.
I don't mean that, Baron Davis.
Millions of kids are using their energy wisely. What's your excuse?
Welcome back to your school news. It's time now for this week's Lunch Bill of Fare. Hunter Ledman, our lunch menu specialist, is standing by in the newsroom with the week's school lunch menu so parents, students, teachers, and everyone working with the New Hanover County school system can plan their lunch times options.
This week I had the opportunity to review the lunch menu so that students, teachers, and everyone in New Hanover County school system can plan their lunchtime options. On Tuesday, March 15th, enjoy the day off. If you're 18 and registered to vote, be sure to participate by casting a vote in the primaries. On Wednesday, March 16th, get back to school and enjoy a Philly cheesesteak, cheesy breadsticks, or a pork barbecue sandwich. Your sides will be pasta salad, North Carolina sweet potatoes, garden salad, and diced peaches. On Thursday, March 17th, jump into the lunch line this St. Patrick's Day and enjoy a BLT sandwich with cheese cubes, macaroni and cheese with a roll, or cheeseburger. Sides are vegetable soup, french fries, and fresh fruit. On Friday, March 18th, end the week with a beef enchilada with Spanish rice, chicken egg rolls with fried rice, or corn dog nuggets. Your sides will be oriental vegetables, garden salad, and raisinelles, which are sour raisins. For the weekend, I've got my healthy tip. Instead of eating 3 meals a day, try to eat 5 small meals a day. Eating 5 small meals a day will help you rev up your metabolism, making it easier for you to lose weight or gain muscle. After the weekend, enjoy your spring break, make healthy decisions, and have fun. Please take a look once again at your lunch entrees for the week. You've got some great selections with some really great sides to choose from. Don't miss Philly cheesesteak on Wednesday, mac and cheese on Thursday, chicken egg rolls on Friday. That's what's on slate for lunch at your school's cafeteria, so don't miss any of these nutritious, delicious, and healthy meals. From the newsroom, this is Hunter Ledman. Back to you.
Thanks, Hunter. Don't forget, you can also catch the Lunch Bill of Fare during a morning show here on the Learning Network and get lots of helpful nutrition information online at www.nhcs.net/nutrition. Now, don't go away. Coming up, music, dance, storytelling, and more highlight Ogden Elementary Arts Week.
Avast, landlubbers! The band of pirates be making their way to the stage in the swashbuckling tale, Pirates 2, The Hidden Treasure. Aye, ye would be a scallywag to miss this musical adventure. The pirates hit the stage April 12th at 7:00 p.m. at Parsley Elementary School. Be there or walk the plank.
Hello there. It is your old pal Grover. Meet my new friends.
Madison, Isaac, Alexa, Romeo, Amanda,
They have last names too.
Vigo, Shay, Lopez, Rodriguez, Warner.
Everybody has a first and last name, even mommies and daddies. Do you know yours? Do you know your mommies and daddies? If you do not, go find out.
Know your whole name so grown-ups can help you in an emergency. Learn more at ready.gov/sesame.
Welcome back to Your School News. Students at Ogden Elementary got a chance to draw their own superheroes, dance, and learn about folk music at the school's annual Arts Week.
The 5-day event featured a host of diverse and exciting art disciplines that challenged the students and brought out their most creative nature. We get the full report on this event from YSN reporter Stephen Thornton.
The Arts Education Week at Ogden offered the students a wide variety of art disciplines designed to heighten the students' awareness of the importance of arts in their lives and introduce them to a new host of art styles. The week kicked off with comic book artist Tom Fleming. He showed students how comic books and graphic heroes are created and inspired the students to create their own comic book heroes. The influence of Dr. Seuss was featured during Arts Week as a gifted storyteller who came to share not only stories of the beloved author, but shared with the students the history and secrets of the great storytellers. The amazing world of contemporary dance had the students moving and shaking as talented teams of dancers showed a variety of dance styles. Ogden students discovered the moves and methods behind dance styles developed during the mid-20th century that have grown to become some of the dominant genres for formerly trained actors throughout the world. They even got a chance to perform a few moves themselves.
We really hope that they realize that dance is for everybody. It's not just for girls wandering around in tutus. We have tons of boys that dance at our dance studio, so we tried to make sure we brought our boy dancers today, and that hip-hop, that anyone can do it. It's so much fun, it's great exercise, and it's a great way to exercise.
The sounds of a big band took the stage at Ogden as the Laney High School Band came to entertain and educate. Band director Robert Pearson and his students taught the Ogden Stingrays about the different instruments in the band, their role in making music, and how each instrument can create different sounds.
See how that works? 2 fingers is an A. Your recorder's pitch and concert pitch. These, because of the sizes, are just in different keys, but it's still the same fingering system.
The week wrapped up with students learning about folk music. Guest artist Charles Petty played a number of popular numbers on the guitar and harmonica. He explained to the students the history of folk music and demonstrated both traditional music and the genre that evolved from it during the 20th century folk revival. Ogden's Art Week acted as a great thinking agent for the students. It allowed them to draw ideas and to really think about what was going on around them, both musical and visually. Reporting for Your School News, this is Stephen Thornton.
Well, that does it for this edition of Your School News. Recapping some of our main stories. School system hosted 2016 legislative luncheon for state and local leaders. Trask Middle School students performed The Lion King this Thursday, March 24th. And Read Across America Week was celebrated through the school system.
Remember, Your School News is on cable and online, and don't forget to start your morning with our light and lively morning show, weekdays at 6 a.m. I'm Alexander Ellsworth.
I'm Alexei Mizhuyev. On behalf of the entire YSN crew, thanks for watching New Hanover County School TV on the Learning Network.
Have a great day.
Saving up my money for to buy an airline ticket. Oh Lord, it's taking me so long. Gonna fly to Carolina, catch an eastern sunrise, sit up on a rock and sing this song. Well, don't get no ideas that I'm leaving town forever. If you do, consider yourself wrong. It's just my mind to travel to my home in Carolina.